Yes, I'm live now. Welcome once again to another new video. This is SAHOO and you are watching SAHOO's tutorial. Welcome once again. Do join quickly. This is the part 4. I'm conducting marathon session mock test for the upcoming KSET exam. This is day 4. Do join quickly. Okay, in the previous 3 videos I had discussed probably 74 questions. Now I'll be starting with question number 75. Let's begin the session without wasting your time. Here I am to begin the session. Okay, I think everything is fine and I am audible and visible to everyone, and this PPT is also clearly visible to everyone. We can begin the session. Everything is okay, it's going on smoothly. So let's begin here, and here is the first question on your screen. What is the title of the 1843 book by John Stuart Mill in which he formulated the 5 principles of inductive reasoning? Number 1, Principles of Morality and Politics, a system of logic, ratiocinative and inductive. Then you have the empirical foundations of science and on liberty. He has formulated the 5 principles of inductive reasoning. What was the name of the book? Principles of Morality and Politics. That is wrong. A System of Logic. Remember that A System of Logic is a 1843 work by John Stuart Mill, where he has formulated 5 principles of inductive reasoning. So B is the right answer. Whereas another important work is On Liberty, that was published in 1859, where he has given the concept of utilitarianism. Okay, so here B is the right answer. A System of Logic, Ratiocinative and Inductive is a 1843 work by John Stuart Mill. He formulated the 5 principles of inductive reasoning that are also known as Stuart Mill's methods. Got it? Next question. Who is the author of After Strange God, having the subtitle A Primer of Modern Heresy, published in 1934? G.B. Shaw, Robert Frost, Eliot, Virginia Woolf. Keep sharing with your friends. Enjoy the videos. Watch this session till the end. It's going to be a very fruitful session. Do like the session as well. And please visit the website where I actually have posted some MCQ questions, and we will also keep posting there. That is, name of the website is sahotutorial.com. Okay, sahotutorial.com. So if you visit this website, visit the section called MCQ or mock test, and in the MCQ block section you will be able to find some MCQ questions along with answer as well. So here it's Eliot, it's not Robert Frost. The author called After Strange Gods and Primer of Modern Heresy in 1934. It's a work by Eliot. T.S. Eliot is the right answer. Okay. On what ethical system does John Stuart Mill applied to society and state on liberty? This work, 1859, and 1859 is very important. Why? Because in 1859 we have the work published in 1859, that is The Origin of Species. We have also another work called that is On Liberty, also published in 1859. And even the novel by Charles Dickens, that is A Tale of Two Cities. A Tale of Two Cities, that is also published in 1859. So here France and Italy, which two cities are remembered or mentioned? France and Italy. It is said in during the French Revolution. Dr. Manet is one of the character. Dr. Manet. Okay, Dr. Manet is the character from Tale of Two Cities. Okay, so here On Liberty he has given, I have now discussed even On Liberty he has given the concept of utilitarianism. C is the right answer. Chalo. On Liberty is an essay by John Stuart Mill, where it was published in 1859. It applies Mill's ethical system of utilitarianism to society and state. So, who wrote Decolonizing the Mind? Okay, another important work. Decolonizing the Mind. Guiwa Thiago, Franz Fanon, Chinua Achebe, Edward Said. Which one you are answering, Prasanjit? At C. Is it question number 77 or 78? Who wrote Decolonizing the Mind? Guiwa Thiago, Franz Fanon, Edward Said. And we, so Decolonizing the Mind is a work by Guiwa Thiago. A is the right answer, an important work. He is dedicating to all those writers who write in African language. Okay, Guiwa Thiago is dedicating this work, Decolonizing the Mind, to all the writers, to all the African writers who is writing in African language. 78A is the right answer. Here the subtitle is also very important, The Politics of Language in African Literature, written by the Kenyan novelist called post-colonial theorist Guiwa Thiago. Got it? Here, Decolonizing the Mind is just split into 4 essays. It has 4 essays: the language of African literature, the language of African theater, the language of African fiction, and the quest for relevance. It has 4 essays. Got it? Chalo. Who among the following is often referred to as part of the Holy Trinity of post-colonial studies? Is often referred to as the part of the Holy Trinity. Franz Fanon, Chinua Achebe, Edward Said, also Inca. So we have Holy Trinity. Who are the Holy Trinity? We have Gayatri Chakraborty Spivak. We have Homi Bhabha. And we have Edward Said. Okay. They are known as the trio, the Holy Trinity of post-colonial studies. So here, Franz Fanon to nahi hoga, Chinua Achebe bhi nahi hoga, also Inca bhi nahi hoga, Edward Said. Edward Said is one of the Holy Trinity of post-colonial studies. Gayatri Chakraborty Spivak, Homi Bhabha, and we have Edward Said. So here, C is the right answer. No. Here is the explanation. You see, Edward Said, Homi Bhabha, and Gayatri Chakraborty Spivak are often referred to as the Holy Trinity of post-colonial studies, and their personal biographies and intellectual approaches to epitomize some of the key features of the subject. So, Homi Bhabha, Edward Said, and Gayatri Chakraborty Spivak are known as the Holy Trinity of post-colonial studies. Who is the author of this novel, Petals of Blood? Petals of Blood. Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, Ol Soyinka, Guiwa Thiago, and Chinua Achebe. Another important work here, Petals of Blood. Okay, Petals of Blood is the novel by whom? Petals of Blood, what is the right answer here? Please do like. Here, it's by Guiwa Thiago. So Guiwa Thiago has written this work called Petals of Blood. Here C is the right answer. And what is the subtitle? You see that Petals of Blood is a, sorry, it's not a subtitle. Petals of Blood is a novel by Guiwa Thiago, first published in 1977. Which are the characters here? Munira, Abdullah, Wanja, Karega. These are the important characters, and this novel is set in Kenya. Okay, set in Kenya just after independence. Here you see that the novel progresses, the characters deal with the repercussion of the Mau rebellion as well. So it is said in Mau rebellion, as with the new rapidly westernizing Kenya after the independence of Kenya. Who is the author of the novel 7 Moons of Mali Almeida? J.K. Rowling, Arundhati Roy, Sihan Karnatilaka, Khalid Hosseini. And this novel got the Booker Prize in 2022. 7 Moons of Mali Almeida is a work. 7 Moons of Mali Almeida, and this novel won him the 2022 Man Booker Prize. Here the right answer is Sihan Karnatilaka. Got it? Sihan Karnatilaka had written the novel called Seven Moons of Mali Almeida. C is the right answer. So Seven Moons of Mali Almeida, 2022 novel by Sri Lankan author Sihan Karunatilaka. It won the 2023 Booker Prize. C, exactly. And even so, you see that an earlier unrevised version of the novel was originally published in the Indian subcontinent as Chats with the Dead. So it was originally published in the Indian subcontinent as what? As Chats with the Dead. Chats with the Dead in 2020. What is the original title of the story, short story called The Story of an Hour by Kate Chopin? Original title of the short story, The Story of an Hour by Kate Chopin. The Liberation Hour, The Dream of an Hour, The Hour of Freedom, The Hour of Despair. So when that woman heard the news of death of her husband, she feels liberated, but suddenly, okay, she will listen that, okay, her husband is alive actually. So here, The Story of an Hour by Kate Chopin, The Liberation Hour, The Dream of an Hour, The Hour of Freedom. The original title of the short story, The Story of an Hour by Kate Chopin, is The Dream of an Hour. Okay, where the protagonist, the title of the short story refers to the time elapsed between the moments at which the protagonist Louise Mallard hears that her husband Brentley is dead and then discovers that he is alive after all. So featuring a female protagonist who feels liberation at the news of her husband's death. When that female protagonist Louise Mallard listens to the news of her husband's death, she feels liberated. So here, The Story of an Hour, which controversial American standards. The Story of an Hour is a short story by Kate Chopin, published 1894. It was originally published as what? As The Dream of an Hour. Dream of an Hour. So this is the original title. Who is the author of The Big Sleep? Bleak Sleep is actually a crime novel, a crime thriller novel. Big Sleep is a work by Dashiell Hammett, Raymond Chandler, Agatha Christie, James May Cairn. The Big Sleep is a crime thriller novel. This is a work, and this work was written by Raymond Chandler. So B is the right answer. Raymond Chandler is the right answer. Raymond Chandler. Got it? Raymond Chandler. Exactly, it's B. Raymond Chandler. The Big Sleep. Raymond Chandler. Which detective is featured in The Big Sleep by Raymond Chandler? Is the author, the novelist. Which detective is featured in The Big Sleep? Sam Spade, Hercule Poirot. Hercule Poirot is a fictional character that is created by Agatha Christie, whereas Philip Marlowe and Mike Hammer. So in The Big Sleep, we have Philip Marlowe, the fictional detective character that was created by Raymond Chandler. Philip Marlowe. C is the right answer. Philip Marlowe. The Big Sleep is a 1939 crime novel. American British writer Raymond Chandler, the first to feature the detective Philip Marlowe. Got it? Philip Marlowe appears in the novel The Big Sleep. The story is set in Los Angeles. It is set in Los Angeles. The story is noted for its complexity and with characters double crossing to one another. So the title is Euphemism for Death. Euphemism for Death. The final page of the book refers to the rumination about sleeping the big sleep. Got it? So here Philip Marlowe is actually the creator, the creation. Philip Marlowe, the detective character, has been created by whom? By Raymond Chandler in his work The Big Sleep, published in 1939. Who wrote the novel The Book of Negroes, which was published as Someone Knows My Name in the United States, Australia and New Zealand? So the Book of Negroes is a famous Canadian novel. Who wrote this novel? The Book of Negroes, which is also another title published in the United States, Australia and New Zealand. Someone Knows My Name. Lawrence Taylor, Lawrence Hill, Jonathan Franzen, Margaret Atwood. So is this a work by Lawrence Hill? Exactly. The Book of Negroes by Lawrence Hill. Lawrence Hill is the author here. So here B is the right answer. Lawrence Hill. Lawrence Hill. The Book of Negroes, 2007 novel from the Canadian writer Lawrence Hill. In the United States, Australia, New Zealand, the novel was published under the title Someone Knows My Name. That is the Book of Negroes. Chalo. How long does Pi Patel in the novel Life of Pi? Life of Pi, exactly. Here C, it's Lawrence Hills is the right answer. How does how long does Pi Patel survive on a lifeboat after a sea break? After a sea break. So Life of Pi, you should know that it was also even rejected, okay, by the publisher to publish. The publisher even rejected to publish this work. So Pi Patel survived on a lifeboat after a sea break, 100 days, 200 days, 227 days, 365 days, 227 days. Exactly 227 days is the right answer. What is the name of the Bengal tiger that Pi is stranded with on the lifeboat? Piskin, Martel, Richard Parker, Knopf. Name of the Bengal tiger that Pi is stranded with. 227 days. Exactly, that is Pi survived for 227 days. What is the name of the Bengal tiger that Pi is stranded on, stranded with on the lifeboat? Here it's Richard Parker. Richard Parker is the right answer. Chalo. Richard Parker is the name of the tiger. So Life of Pi is a work by Ian Martel published in 2001. Got it? The protagonist is Piscaine Multer. He is known as Pi Patel, an Indian boy from Pondicherry. An Indian boy from Pondicherry, India, who explores the issues of spirituality and metaphysics from an early age. So he survives 227 days after a sea break while stranded on a lifeboat in the Pacific Ocean with a Bengal tiger named as Parker, Richard Parker. Got it? It was also rejected at least 5 London publishing houses before being accepted by Knob Canada. And here Ian Martel won the Man Booker Prize in the following year, that is in 2002, for this work, Life of Pi. So, next question. What is the what is the setting of the Stone Angel by Margaret Lawrence? We have Lawrence Hill, who wrote Negroes. That is actually what Negroes here. You see the Book of Negroes. We have Margaret Lawrence, who wrote Stone Angel, where we have the character Sipley. Sipley is the protagonist, Hagar Sipley. Hagar Sipley. This novel is set in New York City, Manakwa, Manitoba, London, England, Toronto, Ontario. So, The Stone Angel by Margaret Lawrence, where Hagar Sipley is bedridden. Here is setting is Manitoba. Manitoba is the right answer. So B is the right answer. Stone Angel is a novel by Margaret Lawrence, first published in 1964, based on a Lawrence series of 5 novels set in the fictitious town Manawaka, Manitoba. In parallel narratives set in the past and the present day. So the narratives are set in past and the present day. The Stone Angel is talking about the story of Hagar Sipley. So in the present, 90-year-old Hagar struggles against being put in a nursing home, which she sees as a symbol of death, and that nursing home is symbolic of death. Got it? The narrative alternates with Hagar looking back at her life. It is rumination of the past life. That is the ruminations of the past life. So both the narratives, past and present, flashback and flash forward, is being presented. Here. Which novel of Margaret Atwood is retelling of Shakespeare's Tempest? Margaret Atwood has written a work that is a retelling of Shakespeare's Tempest, set in a modern day prison. The Robber Bride, Hack Seat, Life Before Man, Bodily Harm. Important questions. Okay. Margaret Atwood's retelling of Shakespeare's Tempest. Which novel is this? It's Hack Seat. Got it? It's hack seed is the right answer. So B is the right answer. Hack seed. Got it? Which of Margaret Atwood's works was awarded the Booker Prize in 2000? I'm telling you the character. We have Laura Chase and Iris Chase are the character. Exactly. CHASE. These are important characters, the protagonists of this novel that own Margaret Atwood, the 2000 Booker Prize. Okay. Laura Chase and Iris Chase. Here, the testaments, the heart goes last, the blind assassin surfacing. Which novel is this? Character like Laura Chase, Iris Chase appear. It is the blind assassin. See, the blind assassin is the name of the novel where Margaret Atwood won the Booker Prize in 2000. So here C is the right answer. Okay, here you see exactly it's C actually, the blind assassin. Okay, the blind assassin is a novel by Canadian writer Margaret Atwood. The book is set in the fictional set Ontario. Here you see the novel's protagonist is Iris Chase and the sister is known as here Laura Chase. Got it? Here the book includes a novel without a novel. Okay, you see this blind assassin published in 2000 and even won the Booker Prize in 2000. This novel includes a novel within a novel, The Eponymous Blind Assassin, a romantic clip attributed to Laura but published by Iris. It's The Blind Assassin by Margaret Atwood, 2000. Got it? Chal. Who is the author of the novel The English August, an Indian Story? An English August, an Indian Story. Salman Rushdie, Vikram Seth, Upamanyu Chatterjee, and Arundhati Roy. No, it's The Blind Assassin, Laura and Iris Chase. English August, an Indian Story. An Indian Story is the subtitle. It's by Upamanyu Chatterjee. Upamanyu Chatterjee is the right answer here. English August, an Indian, exactly Prasenjit. Absolutely fantastic. It's Upamanyu Chatterjee is the right answer here. Well done. C is the right answer. English August, an Indian Story is a novel by the Indian author Upamanyu Chatterjee. It is written in English and first published in 1988. Got it? The novel was also adapted into film of the same name 1994. Here the key character is Augusta Sen. Can also be seen in the sequel of this novel, The Memories of Welfare State. So the sequel of this work, English August, an Indian Story, is The Memories of the Welfare State. The Memories of the Welfare State is the actually the sequel of this. The novel portraying the struggle of a civil servant who is posted in a rural area and is considered to be a very authentic portrayal of the state of Indian youth in 1980s. So have you, Archana, have you seen the GATE PYQs of 2023 that I had made in the evening session? Okay, I'll be completing the PYQs of GATE as well in the upcoming days, and we'll also be making videos on GATE. I think you have watched those video. चलो, ये तो बहुत easy है. The Rhyme of the Ancient Man is a poem by Coleridge. It has many parts, and remember that this work was first included. This was the first poem. This was the first poem that was included in the lyrical ballads. Okay, in lyrical ballads. Chalo. It has 7 parts. Killing of the Albatross. Okay. In which poem dance is the lover's face reflected in the eyes of his beloved? Lover's face reflected in the eyes of his beloved. The good morrow, the canonization, the apparition, a valediction forbidding mourning. Okay. Let me go to my website here. Just type here sahotutorial.com. Okay, just type sahotutorial.com and you will be redirected to this page. Here, click on any link, just like this. Okay, we move this. Here you will find that here I have given English Literature MCQ, important MCQ for UGC NET, JRF set, Okay, these are questions. Every day I update questions here, and at the end here you will find the answer here. 1A like that, 1A, 2B, 15B. So here these are 15 questions, and every day I am updating the page here, and this is the home page of my website. Just a minute. So here are actually the EGCNET course. This is the mobile version actually. Chalo, just a minute. I'm getting the mobile version. Okay, you can also visit the website. By visiting the website you can access the mock test actually. Even you can also read the summary of novels by visiting the blog section. By visiting the blog section you can also read the summary of novels. Chalo, बाद में also make a elaborate video on that. Okay, so I was discussing here in which poem of Dan is the lover's face reflected in the eyes of his beloved. Here, that is actually the good morrow, in the last stanza of good morrow. Okay, so it's 93A is the right answer. No, lover's face reflected in the eyes of his beloved. This is good morrow. Chalo. Who among the following is not considered as a classic reader response critic? Norman Holland, Robert Penn Warren, Wolfgang Iyer, Rolla Barthes. Here, who is not considered as a classic reader response critic? It is so Norman Holland, Wolfgang Iyer, Rolla Barthes, they are actually reader response critic. Even Stanley Fish. So we have Robert Penn Warren, who is not a reader response critic. So here B is the right answer. Exactly, those who have answered B. So classic reader response critics: Norman Holland, Stanley Fish, Wolfgang Iyer, Hans Robert Joss, Rolla Barthes. They are the reader response critic. Got it? And reader response critic, what does reader response critic try to say? That readers are important members here. They actively participate in the making of meaning. Readers actively participate, and text only exists. Okay, it's because of the participation of the reader. Reader creates the meaning. Reader actively participate and creates meaning. The Turn of the Screw by Henry James is a work by ghost story, detective story, comic story, love story. Okay, this is the last question here. The Turn of the Screw is actually a work by Henry James, and this is actually a ghost story. That is actually a horror story. It's a horror story. HORROR. Yeah, it's a horror story. Chalo. Turn of the Screw is a horror novella. Gothic fiction, horror fiction. Turn of the Screw is considered both gothic as well horror fiction. Okay. So I'll be ending the session here. Please do like the session. Just why it's not coming in the laptop version, I don't know. Okay, do like the session, and I'll be meeting you tomorrow again. Thank you. One second.